Okay, so we have to discuss another method in calculating the unknown variables for a specific equation. Okay, so ito na nga yung Gauss-Jacobi. So Gauss-Jacobi is another method of calculating the unknown variable of a given equation using iteration method. Okay, so kakandak tayo dito ng iteration for Gauss-Jacobi. Okay, so nandito yung steps in getting the unknown variable. So first, rearrange the order of the equation in a manner that the dominant coefficient for each unknown variable lies in the main diagonal of the system of linear equation. So ibig sabihin pala, bago tayo magsimula, dapat i-arrange muna natin yung equation such that the dominant coefficient for each unknown variable lies on the main diagonal. Okay, so mamaya mas maintindihan natin o mas lalo pa nating malalaman, okay, kung paano ba yung sinasabi ditong yung mga dominant coefficient nasa main diagonal. Okay, kumbaga ilalagay lang natin yung mga malalaking value, okay, for each variable sa diagonal. Okay, so next, obtain the iterative formula for each variable by transposing the dominant variable and dividing the equation by the dominant coefficient. Okay. The next, begin the iteration by substituting initial values or zeros to the variables and obtain the new values. The process is repeated by substituting the variables on the next iteration until the terminating condition is satisfied. Okay, so isa-isahin natin. So first, i-arrange muna natin yung ating equation such that the dominant coefficient lies on the main diagonal. Okay, so ilagay natin dito. Okay, so let's say yan yung equation natin. Okay, so kung mapapansin natin, yung sinasabing diagonal kasi, ito yon. Okay, ito. So ilagay muna natin into an array para mas maliwanag. Okay, so we have negative 2i1, okay, plus 6i2, okay, plus i3 equals to 9. Okay, inaayos ko lang. So we have negative i1 plus i2 plus 7i3 equals to negative 6. Then 4i1 minus i2 minus i3 equals to 3. Okay? So ayan, in-arrange lang natin yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng unknown variables natin. Okay? Sinabi kanina, i-arrange daw natin tong mga equation natin such that yung ating diagonal, main diagonal lies yung ating diagonal is mga main is dominant variable for each unknown variable. Okay? So titingnan lang natin dito. First, sa I1. Alin ba dito yung pinamataas na coefficient? Kung mapapansin natin dito, pinamataas yung 4I1. Kaya ito yung mapapapunta sa taas. So we have 4I1 minus I2 minus I3 equals to 3. Okay? Kasi ito yung pinamataas sa I1. Okay. So next. So nakuha na natin dito sa I1. So dito naman sa I2. So dito sa ating dalawang equation na natitira, alin dito yung pinamataas na numerical coefficient ng unknown variable sa I2. So we have 6I2. So ibig sabihin, ito yung mapapapunta sa second row natin. So we have negative 2I1 plus 6I2 plus I3 equals to 9. Then yung syempre yung last, so we have negative I1 plus I2 plus 7I3 equals to negative 6. Okay? Kung mapapansin natin dito sa main diagonal natin, lahat sila is dominant yung kanilang coefficient. Ibig sabihin, sa lahat ng equation natin, sila yung mayroong pinakamalalaking numerical coefficient by specific unknown variable. Okay, so yun yung first step natin. So next, ating i-equate siya sa kanilang unknown variable. Okay? So yan. So dito sa 4I1, so ililipat ko itong I2 and negative I3 sa kabila. Kaya magiging value of I1 natin dito will be equal to So 3 plus I2 plus I3 all over 4. Same dito sa dalawang natitirang equation natin. So kunin naman natin yung I2. So we have 9. Lipat ko sa kabila yung I1. So we have plus 2I1. Yung I3 lipat ko din. So we have minus I3 all over 6. Okay? Then lastly, itong sa equation 3. So we have I3 equals negative 6. Lipat ko sa kabila yung negative I1. So magiging plus I1. Then itong I2. So we have minus I2 all over 7. Okay? Ito yung mga equation na gagamitin natin sa pagkuha ng mga unknown variable natin. Okay? So, balik tayo dito sa module. Okay? So, ayan. So, first, rearrange yung ating equation such that yung ating numerical coefficient, okay? So, yung dominant numerical coefficient nasa diagonal natin. Ayan. Okay, tingnan natin. So, eksakto doon sa ating sinet. Ayan. So, we have I3 plus 3 plus I2 plus I3 over 4. Then 9 plus 2I2 minus I3 over 6. Then negative 6 plus I1 minus I2 all over 7. Okay, so all goods naman. So, yan. So, next step, so begin the iteration by substituting the initial value zeros to the variables and obtain the new variables. Then the process is repeated by substituting the variables on the next iteration until the terminating condition is satisfied. Okay, so copy ko na lang dito ang ating table. Ayan. So dito magse-set tayo ng value, di ba? 0 agad yung ating initial for I1, I2, and I3. Okay? So kukuha tayo ng new values natin. So dito kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong I1, I2, and I3. Ito yung initial. Okay? Ito yung sinet natin. Lahat is 0. Then dito meron tayong I1 prime, I2 prime, I3 prime. Ibig sabihin, ito na yung ating mga new values. Okay? So, yan ang mga bagong values natin. So, dito, isasubstitute muna natin lahat ng mga value ng I1, I2, and I3. Then, ito yung makukuha natin I1 prime, I2 prime, and I3 prime. Okay, so calculate natin. So, we have 3 plus 0 all over 4. Ayan. So, we have I1 prime of 0.75. Ito yun. Okay? Next, sa I2 prime. So we have 9 plus 2I1. So 2 times 0 minus 0 all over 6. So we have 1.5. Ito yun. Okay? Then for I3 prime. So we have negative 6 plus 0 minus 0 all over 7. So we have negative 0.8751 okay, ito yun. Okay? Then we have to calculate for the approximate error. Again, approximate error or EA is new approximate, new minus old, all over new. O current minus previous, okay? All over current value. Okay, kaya dito NA. Okay? So kapag nakuha na natin yung I1, I2, and I3 prime, ito yung magiging initial value natin dito sa second iteration. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, ito na yung ating I1 prime. Okay? Ito yung I2 prime. Ito yung ating I3 prime. Okay? Then, another calculation ulit tayo. Ito ulit sa I1. Okay? Pero yung magiging value of I1, I2, and I3 natin, syempre bago na. Okay? Yung nakuha natin from the previous iteration. Okay? So, ayan. So, we have 3 plus I2. So, we have 1.5 plus I3. So, we have negative 0.85714. Okay? Divided by 4. So, divided by 4. Okay? So, we have 0.91071. Okay? Ito yun. For I2, same procedure. So, So we have 9 plus 2 times I1, so 0.75, minus I3, so we have negative 0.85714 all over 6. Kaya we have 1.89286. Ito yon. Okay? Then for I3, we have negative 6 plus I1, so 0.75, minus I2 of 1.5 all over 7. Yan. So we have negative 0.96429. Okay, ito yon. Okay, so to calculate for EA, ito yung inyong i-compare. Itong I3, okay, so iteration 2 minus iteration 1, so try natin. So dito sa EA ng I3, so we have negative 0.96429 minus negative 0.85714 all over current, which is negative 0.96429. Then times 100%. So we have, para may kulang, minus 11. .96.85. So tingnan ko sa I2 o baka mali lang kasi itong aking EA. So 1.89286 minus 1.5 all over 1.89286 times 100%. Oops, EA. Approximate. Okay. Point. So siguro true value lang yung napa-input dito kaya iba yung naging error natin. Yun natin. Pero doon sa pag-calculate ng I1 prime, I2 prime, I3 prime, ganun lang yon. Okay, so kunin natin dito sa EA. Current minus previous over current. Tama naman. Negative. Okay? So sige, doon sa EA tayo may kulang. Okay, pero yung formula natin, new minus old, okay? Approximate all over new times 100%. Okay? For approximate error. Okay? So dito, again, halimbawa, nakuha na natin yung I1 prime, I2 prime, I3 prime. Ganun ulit, ito na yung magiging new value natin sa susunod na iteration. Okay, so for third iteration, yung I1 prime natin nasa I1. I2 prime nasa I2. I3 prime nasa I3. Okay, then calculate ulit for I1 prime, I2 prime, I3 prime. Okay, so I1 prime, so we have 3 plus I2. So we have 1.89286 plus I3. I3 is negative 0.96429 all over 4. Okay, so we have 0.98214. Okay, ito yun. Okay, for I2, so we have 9 plus 2 times I1, which is 0.91071. Okay, minus I3, which is negative 0.96429 all over 6. So we have 1.96429. Okay, ito yon. Then for I3 prime, so we have negative 6 plus I1, so 0.91071 minus I2 of 1.89286 all over 7. Okay, so we have negative 0.99745. Okay? Ayan. Okay, so ganoon lang yung pag-solve natin dito sa Gauss-Jacobi. Okay, so kapag meron na tayong initial, kunin natin yung magiging I1 prime, I2 prime, I3 prime. And for the second iteration or for the next iteration, yun ang magiging new value natin. Okay? So, ayun. Okay? So, ayun, ganoon lang i-solve nyo yung ating Gauss-Jacobi. Okay? So, first, i-arrange natin yung ating equation such that yung ating main diagonal is nandun lahat yung mga dominant numerical coefficient natin. Then, kunin natin yung equation to calculate for I1, I2, and I3. Then, ayun nga, yung ating initial value for I1, I2, and I3 is 0. Substitute. Then, may makukuha tayong new value. Yung new value na yun, yun ang gagamitin natin as new value for the second iteration natin. Okay? So, and so on. Then, nakadepende na lang kung ano yung magiging terminating condition natin sa problem. Okay? Kung 0.001, so nakadepende pa rin talaga yun sa problem. Okay? So, pero yung concept ni Gauss-Jacobi, yan lang yon. Okay?